Let's see how it plays out indeed. Let's see if Spirit can bounce back after a heavy loss on map 1. We're back with Sadakist and Moses.
Back indeed, and back in business, hopefully, for Team Spirit as we get underway on a map that they have a much larger success rate, but Simple already getting aggressive with the pistol on Catwalk. Jason?
Yes, he is. Now peering towards the underpass, it's pretty quiet. Electronic's ready to pounce, and they're going to be able to take the same fight at the same time on Simple's spot. Electronic choosing not to swing quite yet. Well aware, I think, of the pace that Spirit has started this pistol round with. He's hesitant to overcommit when he'd be exposed all the way to T-spawn, but Simple still standing tall, still ready to challenge. There's the swing, there's the fight, there's the second one, and quickly they give it up. They had what they wanted, they didn't get it, and now they get it back away.
Electronic with the pistol to sit back. Does go back for contact. Surprisingly, 56 seconds left in this round, and we haven't had a kill yet. Okay, I speak, and it shall change.
And, yeah, and the grenade hath been delivered.
Well, it's delivered with success, but so too are the bullets from Dexter and Magic, and now Mir, because Electronic goes down. He was the only one that had the kill with that nade. As Perfecto finding one in the round at least will get taken out by SDY, and it's all on Bit in a 1 versus 3 bomb plant down, and Team Spirit might win a pistol to take their first lead in a map in this series. I take that back. They won the first pistol last round. It just seems so far away since it was 5-2 immediately after that. But yes, of course, they did start off well on that map as well. Good kill again for Bit to get one more down. It was low HP on SDY, so that one wasn't too hard to do, but 1-0 for Team Spirit.
Yeah, don't you ever forget the Team Spirit had a
2-1
lead on Mirage.
I'm so sorry.
Oh, does seem like so long ago. Starting out very similarly so far here on Dust2. Pistol round won by Team Spirit. You could see, I mean, Simple and Electronic didn't commit to those fights. Electronic didn't even commit to with the 2 flashbangs that Perfecto threw. I wonder if that was a bit over-eager for Perfecto. Nice tag from Simple with the scout, blinded. Blows off an ankle and backs away. Boomich wants to stick around for the fight, though, as the smoke plumes in the double doors. That might give him the courage to swing around the edge of this smoke. It's going to clear pretty soon, and then they have to make their decision.
Well, the decision right now is to get kills. Magic gets one immediately onto Boomich. Be pretty sick if you could jump onto that canopy, too, wouldn't it, Jason?
It would be pretty sick. Seems like it'd be very strong.
Yeah, it looks like it's well built. Good engineering.
Yeah, no collapsing.
Depends on the welds, but I'll give it the benefit of the doubt. Ooh, Simple. That is pretty sick. Only the head to shoot at with the scout, and that's exactly what he hits. Chopper does get him immediately back, however, on the AK-47, and Mir will do the same to Bit. So we find ourselves now 4-on-2 in favor of Team Spirit. Deagle shot plus nades. Not enough to get a kill. Magic, though, taking damage from Electronic is going to go down. Mir's found, but Electronic still on the site. Bombs dropped as well, buys himself some time. Not a lot of space as he wants to continue to battle, and he knows they're going to be getting closer. Could even go for the boost in the backside of the smoke, and he's more than aware of that. Spots out one immediately as he wraps around, but Mir holds the angle and gets the shots. Good effort from Electronic.
Oh, man, he had both those players at low HP. One tag to the chest could have done it on either one of them. That's a close call. Spirit get away with one, especially that engagement back towards CT spawn. That could have easily gone the other way. Nicely done from Navi. 2-0 for Team Spirit, and nade smoke flash picked up in terms of utility for the CT side. A couple nades, actually. Looks like that'll be for long A. Both HE grenades leading the way. SDY is going to be past it, and there's the MAC-10. Grenades didn't get delivered in time, and kills coming out in the favor of Team Spirit. Although Boomich was a hard target to hit for just a moment, it's just down to Simple.
Yeah, Simple in this one's going to concede, I think, at this point. Just try and take guns out of their hands because they'll have them for the CTs in the next round. Spots one top middle. Shots. Does a little bit of damage to Mir. Small sliver of hope to see through the smoke, but a flash comes out his direction instead. And they've already crossed over with the bomb, so as we say, this round's pretty much done. Simple's just looking to do economic damage at this point in time. Better still if he could get an exit kill and get an AK to carry over to the first gun round for the CTs. That would be pretty remarkable.
Yeah, that'd be nice. That's still a long way off. He's got a player to find and a lot of players to avoid after the fact, and especially with Chopper meeting up on Catwalk towards Xbox. And now he's been spotted, so now it should be basically impossible. Simple. Just gonna go down through the mid doors. 3-0 for Team Spirit. But the rifles and the guns and the utility gonna come out for Navi now. I think Simple should be able to afford an AWP, so we'll see where he decides to take that one. He started out in the Gambit matchup yesterday when they played on Dust2. He started out on point with the AWP. Playing very good at the 8-bomb side, very strong at rail and at car for any kind of cat execution. Navi did a great job to open up Dust2.
Perfecto over toward B. This is where he shone yesterday against Gambit.
Yep.
He was so good inside of the site, so effective.
Him and Bit together did a great job at that B site, not just defending B hits, but mid to B splits as well, which can be so difficult. Simple's going to give up the angle, and this is a pretty standard defense if they were to stick around. Electronic close up and Simple with the AWP, but they're kind of in no man's land. One fell back, one stuck around, and Simple goes down. Ooh, and Electronic. That timing, real unlucky for him, and Boomich is in an impossible scenario. There's no escape route at long either, because Chopper is ready and waiting. And that is a very, very strong hit, but I think it's mostly due to the timing and the shifting of the Navi players at that moment. I think they just got caught in a really awkward transition into a new setup.
Good shot from Bit to at least get SDY down and back to a 3-on-3, but bomb still ticking away as Navi is just looking to try and again make economic damage a factor in this game. Boomich even holding down in dark. I should say suicide, it's not dark. Dark's lower tunnels. It's very confusing, Jason.
Yeah, extremely.
That's how it'll end. Say again, sorry.
I was just saying it was 4-0 for Team Spirit.
Oh, yes, that's factual. You are speaking truths.
Yeah.
So a great start for them. Yes, this is why it's 4-0. They've got the bananas out.
Yep, that's what it was. They realized between maps not enough potassium.
Well, they'll get themselves going either way. So, good start. Navi, like we said yesterday, played excellently on this map. They beat Gambit on it. They stole it away. And it's a factor. It's certainly a factor in this match that they have to get a good start against Team Spirit and not let this spiral out of control. So they're going to go to the AUG for Simple. No AWP. They still do have the AK for Boomich, as we saw at the end of last round. He was able to hold on to that. Smoke will go down at the long cave position. Flash out, meanwhile, in B, and that'll just keep Perfecto inside of the site. Has to respect that. But we know he's been pretty good about anchoring that. We did see a few times yesterday he did rotate out to mid a little early, but they still had good awareness of what was going on in B, and they didn't want to lose this position. Bit, meanwhile, is the one to hold it this time. Self-smoke for Electronic. He's going to get back inside of the site, and Bit's going to have to make a play in this. But as he does, and as he wants to, he's also being held because Chopper's waiting for him to push back through. So they've got a little bit of time and space in middle, and Bit and Chopper will engage in warfare that does not lead yet to a kill, but it makes things a little bit awkward as well because the timings of the smokes are leaving. And the flash coming out, Bit now has vision. He can see the window, but Chopper up close is able to get the kill. Simple has to respond, and they aren't through the window yet, which means Simple's in a perfect position as Electronic takes one down inside of the site. And that AUG, he's going to burn alive. I was going to say, could be enough, but they'll burn, or rather nade, Magic back. Instead, it's Dexter that finally wants to come in from tunnels, and just like that, B site is open. Boomich last alive. It was a good effort from Navi, but I thought it was going to go so much better. And yet they still fall shy in the end, but boom, he gets the call. Boomich gets the call that it's outside the window, and he gets there just in time. A great team communication for him to change his position and not go for the kills inside of the site, but still, he's unable to read the last position as Dagster comes back out and gets Spirit number 5.
What a tough round for both teams. Spirit does such a good job just holding positions, and unfortunately for Navi, it's not a bad defense by any means. They actually win a decent amount of those fights, but the problem is they never fully took care of either one of the hits. They never fully took care of the tunnel portion of the attack. They never fully took care of the mid portion of the attack, and so they were always just stuck. And two parts of that defense, one in CT spawn behind the smokes, that was Bit and Simple, and then Electronic and Perfecto inside of the B site. They could never really get connected. That's a tough round to swallow if you're Navi, but now Simple's got Knot back in hand. Light on nades, but a pretty strong defensive purchase for Navi. And that's the difference. Yesterday, remember, when we talk about how good that B defense was, especially at stopping mid to B splits, they were getting aggressive outside of the doors and at least handling the mid portion of the attack. They would come out with utility, eliminate the mid players, and then address the retake later. This time, they weren't actually able to get the timing right on fighting outside together. Potentially because it was Electronic and Perfecto there.
So Catwalk takes Simple for the drop-off shot. And he's got it. Too slow on the peak. No utility as well. They just try to face it and shoulder bait. Simple makes no mistake on it. They'll try and set for execution, though, knowing that he has repositioned. But he goes not only down below, wraps right back around and comes up to Goose. And that's all due to the fact that they still have a presence at long. Boomich is there, as he so often is, and has not yet seen anything thrown his direction. So Simple knows the focus has to still be on Catwalk. And as a result, they'll put out additional smokes as well and buy some additional time because there's only 27 seconds left. That smoke's going to be there until about 18 seconds. And now the T's will try and work through it. Electronic is aware and gets close. He's also going to hear them rotating back on that. He's got that call. Oh, has he, though? B players are certainly ready. Yeah, they have to. This is a mid to B. Bit's going to go out for it, but look at the amount of kills coming in. My goodness, Team Spirit just absolutely ripped them apart. Straight through CT, they catch off everyone 6 seconds. Perfecto just has to stay alive, but there's too many players on the case, and Spirit get away with one.
What just happened?
I don't know. I would love to see an overhead of all those kills at once. That's foolish.
They all died at the same exact time. Just coming out mid, and Team Spirit gets all the kills. That time, Bit is using flashbangs from Perfecto to peek a window to try and fight towards middle, but Team Spirit was still so far away from where that flashbang would have been effective, and I think some of them were even turned to fight up towards the spawn ramp towards the A bomb site, but Navi just getting clapped. And, I mean, it's almost like Navi gets to experience exactly what they did to Team Spirit on Mirage just a few minutes ago.
Well, now Perfecto waiting inside of the site. Yeah, absolutely. 6-0 start. Shoulder peeking. Oh, timing. Okay, you didn't see it. I didn't think he did. Smoke will go down, and he tries to fire into the corridor toward the tunnels. No one going to catch that. Bit's going to push up, though, on the back of this, and they're going to take catwalk control with the pistols. I don't think they'll be giving it quite so freely, though. That will absolutely be thought of and considered. Good shot by Magic as well to take and make sure that Bit goes down as SDY follows into Boomich. Round pretty much, I think, is secure at this point.
Oh, yeah. Perfecto and Simple have no chance of even getting together to work together or anywhere close to each other on the map, so it's just going to have to be an individual heroic effort. I don't think Perfecto spotted that either. He might have. Let's see what he can do with the Deagle. First kill. He needs one more quick. He needs a headshot. It's not going to happen. Body tag on SDY. That's the bomb site lost. So, yep, 7-0 is in the cards, and surely Spirit's going to be aware of the big flank as Simple rotates over.
And he's just going to stay and hold it. The B, or rather the T car, excuse me, and make sure that no one gets anything from him. Maybe walks out that direction as bomb detonates, and he'll get the headshot instead, but
what kind of car is that,
7-0 for Spirit. That looks like... I'd have to see the back of it. Almost like a Pinto, maybe a Lancia.
All right. That's what I was going to say, too.
I thought you were. I had a feeling.
This is great from Spirit.
It kind of has like, actually, you know what? It kind of has like a look of a Golf, but not really shaped right. Like the original like Mark. It almost looks like a Mark 4 or Mark 3. Sorry. So there you go.
Yeah.
There's your answer, Jason.
Yeah, Mark 3.
The back of it's shaped more like a Pinto, though. It's more slanted.
This is great for Spirit. This is one way to rebound and put the previous map behind you. Not a whole lot of production coming in from Navi. Not a whole lot of success to be happy about. And Spirit's starting to get to the point where they've established success pretty much everywhere on the map. Electronic's going to get aggressive. Want to stop the control, a 1-for-1 trade. Oh, and even Simple goes down. I think he got flustered when he got shot in the face through the corner of the wall. And look at Bit. He's got 2 angles to deal with. Excuse me, not Bit. That's Boomich. Well, Bit's got problems as well, and now Boomich behind the flames. They know his position, and he's the last one left that hasn't been dealt with yet. Good kill, but 3 HP. This is most certainly going to be an 8th round for Spirit.
Slow it down, Navi. Call a timeout. Do something. This is not what I expected when we came off of Mirage, because they were dominant on that map, and now they're just getting absolutely obliterated.
I actually don't even mind the call. I actually like the fight from Electronic. I like the idea that Navi's saying, okay, let's go take something, let's deny something and fight for some of this ground. I mean, 1-for-1 trade is fine. It just seems like on some point, the biggest contrast from Mirage is some of these fights just seem like they're coming at really uncomfortable timings for the Navi players. Like they're not feeling the flow of the game as well as they did on Mirage. Boomich almost able to double that up towards long. That would have been just to keep the gun alive. Team Spirit is up by 8.
Mir able to showcase a few kills on Cat. Remember, we almost killed his teammate, but whatever. He's doing his job. We talked about him at the end of the last map as someone who definitely did not have a great map for Team Spirit, and such a factor he is, starting to turn things around this time. Aggressive toward B. They're going to run right at him, and the other 2 think better of it. Oh, Boomich, you died? All right, cool. We're just going to stay here. I don't feel like dying today. As Bits does better than that. Let's Magic go to him instead. The closet position. They may not read the both are there. And SDY, he's killed his teammate trying to get the other additional kill. It works out because they get the trade as a result of it, and they even follow up and get the kill in response additionally. So that is still worked out. It's unfortunate that they couldn't get one more on the Navi side and bring this to a 2-on-1 now, as it would be. An Electronic, though, without the bomb planted, still outside of the door. Smoke down at door will be redressed, and the Molotov additionally toward window buys additional space for the bomb to be planted. So 9-0. I did not expect this at all.
You know, I'd like to see Electronic go for this. You know, you have the full losing bonus. You're going to have a buy in the next round, and yeah, the armor's there, but, I mean, you're down 0-8. Teammates have to be telling you they've tagged a couple players of the Deagles, and it looks like he's going to prioritize trying to get a weapon at the end. It would have been nice to see him at least go for 1 kill and see what he can create from there. Back in towards Hulls, and Dexter's got the AWP at an off angle. They're going to exit together. Here it comes. STY is low, and Dexter has the trade.
All right, what's it going to be, Navi? Guns brought back out. AWP for simple. And this has to be around, surely. Have to do something.
Doesn't have to be, but it would be nice. Vendetta's passed along the info, Matthew, that the car in T-Spawn is actually a Renault 5.
It could be a Renault, yeah, I could see that, but the headlights don't really look Renault-ish. Yeah. Look, it's a car. They made a hatchback, and they put it there, and I doubt Valve really cared about what kind of car it was.
I was just asking.
Although Gaben is a big car guy. He owns,
Is he?
yeah, he owned part of the NIMSA Porsche team for a while, or supported one. I think he was actually partners with Proton Dempsey Racing, but I'd have to look it up. As it's going to be Magic with 2. Gun rounds aren't doing anything. Navi's still getting battered and bruised. They can't win a duel. They just can't win position. Spirit looking like a completely different team from what we saw on map number 1.
Yeah, thankfully for them. Not thankfully for Navi. And STY's even gone and opened up the B bomb site. He's just marched right in and he's got it clear. So Spirit's going to take their time, fall back. They'll leave a lurker on Catwalk, a lurker at the long corner as well. And you're right, Navi can't buy a frag. And now they've tried to defend and they've tried to do some different things on Catwalk. We saw the round of Electronic getting aggressive right out of the gate with a flashbang to turn the corner. Now we see a stack with the AWP on the railing to bait. Electronic and a teammate on the stairs as well along the wall. And both of them get doubled up by Magix. Good entries from him turning the corner. And no matter what Navi throws at it, they just can't stop anything.
Simple trying to work back. Good angle from Digster as he's able to just look over top of the box. That was a death looking at Simple when he walked around the corner. He would have known it. And it's all down to bits to try and win finally around. Good shot on Mir. That was a sexy one tap toward Gandalf. And he follows up on SDY, wants the AWP, but having reached for it twice, he realizes it's probably not ideal yet as he's going to be under threat. And in fact, he does get it. No, he doesn't. He doesn't get it. I thought he was going to go back. I thought he was going to get it after the bomb, but he'll keep the AK instead. I'm surprised he doesn't commit to that, but yeah, 2 good kills gets money down. I know I get excited about it because that was a sick shot, but really it doesn't matter in the context of the overall game at this point because it's 9-0 and Spirit obviously have tons of money. Excuse me, in fact, it's 10-0 now. That's the 10th round, and they have tons of money at this point.
This is wild. Get excited when you can, Matt, because this is a freaking sweep.
Yeah, there's not much else to get excited about unless you're a massive Spirit fan right now.
Yeah, here we go with the B rush as well. No one's in the bomb site, so Navi, I mean, ooh, that's a nice kill. That's a good find. 5 on 4 now, but it still feels like they've already kind of lost right out of the gate. Double Molotov towards the window. Gonna be a difficult retake regardless of the man advantage. They do have some utility to play with, but the weaker pistols might be a problem late. Only 3 players actually in the site for Spirit, though. The 4th is way back towards T-spawn to watch the tunnel lurk, and he's gonna get some action. That's going to be Magic's, and Dexter will have to turn around.
Shot Magic, able to get Boomich down.
Ah.
Perfecto. Deagle trying to work back out and around to the position at window. Does get there, but Perfecto gets the kill. Or rather, excuse me, gets killed. As I get it backwards once again. Look, things are weird. Things are backwards in this game compared to Mirage. That's what's confusing me, Jason, because again, just an absolute obliteration.
Yeah, just about. I mean, it actually is exactly what Navi did to them. They're just returning the favor. There's been a few more closer rounds, I guess, but I mean, at 11-0, that doesn't mean anything at all. So here we go, round 12 underway. Navi still trying to get rid of the goose egg.
Can't imagine you win so dominantly on Mirage and then lose 16-0, Jason.
Well, now that you've said it.
Okay, yep. I've ruined it, and I'm sorry.
Who knows? They might be playing well enough to counteract the curse. This is disgusting.
Yeah, I mean, we look at the Navi side and say that it's surprising, but you have to give Spirit a lot of credit in this game. This is a massive turnaround from them, and they have been executing so well. Again, it's Perfecto down, just absolutely removed from the map, and Magic, they're hitting everything. They're just destroying. Is this even fair? Is
He
this,
only had, like, he was spammed down to 12 HP as well. He, like, had to hit instant headshots in both of those, and Navi just lose again.
does it be? Electronic is leading the way with 7. Oh, yeah, wow.
Hey, look, it's like both teams just traded maps to be just gods.
Pretty incredible stuff from Team Spirit. So I wasn't going to mention it when we were on Mirage, Jason, because I didn't know that we had a chance to need it or talk about it, but Inferno's the 3rd map.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. And I mean, hopefully it'll be a competitive one, but not seemingly likely with the way things are going right now. Both teams just sweeping their own map picks, and I think the scary thing is if you're Spirit, you know, Inferno's not a map that you've shown any real proficiency on. Navi, despite not having a great win rate on it, you know, just in terms of the statistics, 57%, it's still a very dangerous map to play them on. They're very, very good at it. Spirit's only got a 22% win rate on it. So, yeah, it's nice that you're winning Dust2 and all, but you're just kind of giving yourself a chance to have a really, really difficult, grinded out 3rd map.
Electronic. Back away on this bit as well. Very passive, no hold in middle. Could be a bit for Team Spirit, minute and 13 on the clock. Boomich is still out toward long, but no one challenging at this position as of yet. They are already through the mid doors. Magix is just standing there waiting to see if anyone's going to go that direction. And it's, again, it's so passive. The op is in the hands of Simple. He's playing a goose, not even looking down towards CT, and that's where all the utility is going to be thrown as Bit tries to get himself back in position. Flashes high in the sky to peek over, but they're already up close and behind the box. So not going to be blind, and Bit is removed immediately despite his best efforts as Perfecto gets one back at least, but look at the nade come in from Mir. Goodbye, Perfecto. Electronic comes through the middle smoke and says, wait a minute, where is everyone? Oh, well, my teammates are dead. And the T's have gone back through the tunnels, so he tries to get the door and cut off the cross, but I imagine there'll be utility going in that direction as well, as they've been so swiftly using it throughout. In fact, they even throw the bomb over to Chopper, and the rest will get in position for the post plant.
Navi hasn't even moved. They haven't had any intention to go for this the entire time. It's just Electronic here. Simple still at the railing. Boomich out towards long. 13-0 for Team Spirit.
Back away, Electronic. Molotov down at his feet, and you're right, they're not moving. They want that AWP. He's going to at least grab the M4 and upgrade his gun as he backs away from the sight bomb. The detonate, 13-0. When does this stop, Jason? Is Navi just playing a game? They're like, all right, let's 0-15, guys, and then see if we can come back and win.
Yeah, maybe. Not a strategy I would advise in any way, but...
Yeah, no, I don't think anyone would.
That's an explanation. That is a explanation. I don't know. The hard part is Magix has been doing so good on the entries. We saw it earlier on towards Catwalk. We've seen it out mid a couple times. Like, he's just a beast at the moment. 16-8 for Magix and 13-4 for Mir. So some cat aggression. This hasn't been effective, obviously, for Navi throughout the half, but they're continuing to try to get aggressive and find ways to give themselves an advantage. This is a nice touch. Electronic towards the top of Catwalk. Yeah, you're taking a risk. Yeah, there's a timing on it, but this can definitely catch Spirit off guard. Simple to at least spot into lower dark. The flashbang being utilized gives away the game. Electronic's going to turn around, take that fight, and now he's got to fight and retreat at the same time. He's got a double kill. He does eventually fall. It's Chopper to find him and clear him out. And Navi, with that death of their teammate, are going to back away and play more passive setups.
Well, they've got a man advantage finally. Let's hope they can actually convert it at this point in time. A drive early on Dust2 down in this round. Magic is removed. So is Mir. 2 top frag. Then so is Electronic on the Navi side, and that's all they've had really going for them. If you could argue they have anything going for them with this scoreline. Bit with the nade, thinks about throwing it toward tunnels. Really good time to do so. Sees them now and will, but he needs to get Perfecto into a position of relevance. The flash will help him do so. I think it actually caught Perfecto. No, it didn't. Okay, he did get behind the car. At box, that angle might have caught him no matter where he looked, but it's 2 kills and the bomb down. Dagster with the dig will come back in and find the kill, and the Molotov toward the window with the smoke down. He smokes himself as well, but Simple gets in position. Oh, Dagster knows that he's coming for the kill and brings it to the one-on-one. He legs him as well. Boomich goes down to 4. What a round already as Dagster tries to win this back and keep the shutout going. Time will expire and Navi just barely get one.
Oh my god. I can't believe he almost won that. Even Boomich has to laugh about it because why not? What was that, like 13 HP away from just losing that round as well? Simple did not get in time to stop that plant, and Dagster almost wins the 1v3. It's beautiful. This right here, ooh, we didn't get to see it. I think it snagged him in the body through the door, so just barely not enough damage.
Foolish effort. Good attempt. Smoke as well to make them think that they're committing, and he catches Simple out completely, but Simple makes up for it this round through the flash, gets the kill. Navi looking to try and make this at least 13-2 before half. Simple hoping you'll see some feet, some little booties on the other side of mid doors. No one there as of yet. flash. Already on the catwalk. Chopper gets the shot on Simple to start it off. That's significant. Boomich now has the other AWP in play. And the smokes are coming thick and fast onto catwalk. So too is the response. That gives a gap toward Gandalf, and Boomich needs to hit this. As Spirit have slowed it down long enough to pull this back into a 4-on-4 despite Chopper's HP. Boomich. Advantage inside of the smoke for Mir. Does get the shot back, thankfully, and slows the take further, but now they have to rotate back off it, and Electronic has given away his position on the ramp. Bit's gone. AWP found the kill in the hands of Magic this time, and Mir's still waiting from the wicker baskets to try to get the shot out to Electronic. The team Molotov doesn't actually go behind the boxes, so that's going to hold him in position a bit longer, but that allows Magic to walk up the ledge. And magically, he presents himself a lovely kill and falls away and out of the aim of Perfecto, which reveals his position. And now, just like that, Team Spirit have turned it again. Despite losing the last round, you could argue they've had better brilliance at all moments in this map so far, as Perfecto has a flash in the sky and fire on the boxes. Damage again, but they still survive. Rubber bullets from Perfecto as he tries to get closer to the AK. That's better. That'll shoot real metal. As he tries to find it yet again. It's Magic on 3. He might have a chance. Perfecto finally winning actually a clutch. Not a time round this time. They'll get the defuse and it'll go 13-2.
Yes, Team Spirit gave him a lot of respect coming up catwalk. They could have double peeked at any moment. And they let him get all the way up to the boxes where he could isolate those 1v1s. So good win from Perfecto, but they've only bought themselves 2 rounds of breathing room. The final 2 rounds of the half. That was a crazy, crazy thing to watch. Team Spirit bouncing back from that Mirage loss in a big way. And a long way to go for NAVI. Not even worth really talking about quite yet. And we'll get the second half pistol round underway. And Team Spirit's looking to force a third map. That would be on Inferno. Magix leads the way, 18 and 10. Dexter and me are both tied at 13. On the NAVI side of things, it's Electronic at 11, Perfecto at 8, Simple at 7 for the top 3 fraggers.
Mir waiting as well. Win this pistol, win this round, win this game, I would say. Smoke towards CT. Mir's going to back off on the B side of ramp and actually goes out perfectly timed with a flash off Chopper. Simple's just absolutely smoked. This is so good from Spirit. They've got to know they can win these duels. Mirage may have been slightly concerning for them, but going into Inferno, yeah, I would have all the confidence in the world. They'll be riding sky high. I almost said Cloud 9, but we know in Counter-Strike that's not always the best. As Mir will get Boomich down. Perfecto's going to take out him in return, and we get a one-on-one that ensues with 50 seconds left. And thankfully for Perfecto, okay, I was going to say he has the bomb to plant. He checks CT quickly first, but he needs to get that down because all he's done is actually let SDY get closer, and now he knows that surely has to be catwalk. Spots him as well. Glock at range versus USP. And we know how that's gone in so many occasions in the past, but Perfecto knows that he also has the bomb, and therefore SDY has to come toward him. He comes toward him, and he peeks out, and Spirit now have 14. This should be quick, I think, Jason.
Yeah, this should be nice and easy. Plant's going to help. Navi's going to have a full buy in the next round, so that'll be the, like one final obstacle for Team Spirit to overcome, but they've answered the bell every single time they've been called upon. They've got a 12-round lead. A pistol round that slips away from Navi. Actually, a pretty nice job fighting themselves back into it with these Glocks, finding some critical kills. That's a dangerous crossfire, and Boomich handles it well. So, 2 AK-47s on Boomich and Simple, Galil on Perfecto, Deagle and Tech-9, the other 2. And for Team Spirit, it's only 1 rifle, 3 SMGs, but a decent amount of nades and Molotovs.
Dexter waiting, flash through. He tries to fire anticipatingly into that, but Chopper knows that that information is keen enough to attack middle. Throws out a nade. It goes a little bit deep behind the box. Still does damage onto Boomich, but it's the first kill this time for Simple as he finds Mir. Dexter holding in CT spawns. Oh, hasn't bloomed yet. He's got to be careful. Nearly caught with a nade out, but does throw it in and do some damage. Damage that won't be contributable or capitalized upon, because at B, they already get the kill, and this one's over. I thought Spirit might have a chance in this, given that they won the opener, but as we saw, the bomb plant does allow the T's to buy up quite aggressively, and Navi might just keep this off overtime point for a little bit longer.
Yeah, just a little bit longer. Still way too many opportunities for Team Spirit to even be worried about this lead quite yet. Nice round from Navi, though. Opening kill provided by Simple. That gives a 3M4 over to Bit. Perfecto gets an easy one right at the end as Chopper's looking for some exits. Actually, Navi all seem to be, I don't know, I don't want to say hunting, but they all are kind of pushing forward towards taking guns away. Simple is still here to deal with, but Magic's not going to show himself on either side. So he'll get away with the SMG. 11-round lead now for Team Spirit. Ooh, that's pretty brutal. And SDY was brought down low. It was a headshot anyway, so it wouldn't have really mattered.
Simple. Side middle this time as Boomich already out toward Long, the position he tried to hold, and actually didn't get challenged at a lot, to be fair, in the first half. It wasn't like Long was the problem. It was everywhere else that they were getting wrecked. Boomich never really had that many fights to take, in fact. It was kind of interesting that Spirit didn't put a lot of pressure there. It was B-side that certainly was one of the spots. This time it's going to be a problem for them on the aggressing side as Mirror and SDY are finding kills. I thought SDY got both on the MP9, but one was with the M4. The M4 picked up. Doesn't do as well for SDY, but Dexter is there and was able to get the shot in return with the scout. Boomich, 1-on-2, 36 HP. Team Spirit looking for round 15. A bomb down inside of the site. They're going to get it as well. This map looking very quick.
Yeah, nice little double peek there at the end as well. Into the tunnels, and Boomich had no chance. 15-3. You're exactly right. Navi can't put them together, so looking like we're going to get to Inferno sooner rather than later. Inferno third map, and I think everyone should just be crossing their fingers and toes during the break and just hope for a close affair. These two have been blowouts from a series that just a couple days ago actually delivered us some really competitive Counter-Strike.
Mirror with the shots. Magic, though, has got the kill that matters right now in terms of trying to keep this round alive for Spirit, because still Navi managing to have an advantage. SDY grabs the AK-47 that's inside of middle, and he'll peer through the doorways, but no one will. Oh, I was going to say no one will appear. They'll look back directly at him, and Perfecto actually wins the duel. So all on Magic now. 1 kill already in the round. Needs 4 total. Bomb down at top mid. They'll be grabbing that any second. Right now, they're just trying to figure out the map a little bit more as Electronic works inside of A. Not spotted, not seen, and Magic spotted in turn. Oh, nice headshot. I was going to say it might have been dropping down, but he actually was still on the ledge, and that gave him the accuracy. All he needed as he goes back around and Simple gets removed. How do they not hear him running through CT spawn? Perfecto now has to win out a one-on-one, and he will. We stay alive for at least a round longer.
That's a really awkward from both sides. Obviously, the headshot on Electronic didn't spot him dropping down off catwalk, and Simple gets caught unawares. He was trying to throw a smoke to maybe slow down the rotation over to the B-bomb so they could go into tunnels, not have to worry about anything, but that got real dangerous. Follow-up investment from Team Spirit. 2 scouts, M4 on Mir, Deagle on Magix and Chopper. And here we go. Long A under attack. Flashbang comes out, pops at 148. Dexter's blind at the corner.
Blind and taken down. Perfecto gets Chopper. slow things down a little bit. Minute and 18 on the clock. Just trying to wait it out at elevator, the boost. Didn't actually go onto the site. He was too blinded, too much utility. They can still go for it. They still have that position to work with. Instead, though, it's Magic that gets above the boxes on the smoke, trying to look toward Goose, knowing they're going to be wrapping around and looking for him in turn, and they'll find him. Bit and Boomich with the kill. Simple work, late middle, spots the feet at elevator, tries to go for a very long distance spray and gets SDY for it, but Mirror gets the kill onto him in return. 32 HP only for him. Bomb already planted. Navi looking to find 15-5. Jason?
Yeah, but that didn't even seem like that clean of a fight from Simple. Mirror, ooh, jumps up. No chance in that follow-up fight. Bit up above on top of the boxes. So 10 more rounds for Spirit to close it out, but I think we're going to have a pretty chill round here for Navi. Maybe one they get to have some fun with. It should be unarmored USPs for the Team Spirit side as the losing bonus builds up. It's currently at 2. Next round should be a decent buy for Team Spirit, but they won't be able to afford an AWP unless they get some good amount of kills here in this round. All 5 players crossing over to the B bomb site. Smokes down to allow the cross and deny the information. Navi haven't sussed it out just yet.
Nothing to work with for Spirit, so Navi just taking their time. It has been one of those games where, honestly, they might lose to this. They might lose to a full save. No, just why not, Jason, right? Oh, Electronic already getting a dink for it, see?
Yeah. Don't give them any kills. For no good reason, really. Or come at them. Try and take the guns away. Let's get into it. Let's brawl. Out in mid we go.
Yeah, a little bit costly. It's starting already, Jason, but Boomich gets 3 kills this time. 4 in total, actually, in the round. So they'll hold it together, and all right, they're still in good spirits. A little bit of smiles and laughter on the Navi side.
I mean, you have to. That's the only thing you really can do when there's a game like this where you're just so far behind. And I mean, again, strategically, it looked like Navi was doing. I thought they were doing some really cool things. I thought they were trying to switch things up and trying to take care of some of the problems they were having. I mean, they caught Team Spirit on a really good individual map. It was the same thing on Mirage. It was like some of these fights, like on Dust2, Navi haven't had any chances. On Mirage, it was the Spirit players who were getting killed before they could realistically respond. Navi now finding a gap, getting up catwalk very, very quickly. 3-man defense for Team Spirit at A. It's Dexter at the railing with an M4. No AWP on the board for this defense. And Chopper with the FAMAS is playing the rotator in between long and catwalk.
Magic holding at the pit position. Another sort of drop spot, if you will, similar to that what we see on catwalk, as you can hit it, drop down. That's what he's going to try and do, but Electronic too quickly walks back out, and with the flash help from Simple is able to get the kill, although that wasn't really a blind kill because still had vision before that flash actually even went off. As Chopper holds on catwalk, looking at long, needs to be very aware of the fact that the smokes beside him mean they can walk through, and the gun barrel actually shows up on his screen. Hang on. Where did that come from? Oh my god, it's Boomich. She's got 2 kills, and just like that, SDY and Mira backing out. MiG-6 bugging out and going home, Jason. Yeehaw, Chester's dead.
Yeehaw, Chester's dead.
Get your butts above hard deck and back to base.
Oh no. Navi could have even waited out that smoke. That was a really tough position for that defense to be in once Magix goes down. Remember, he was the guy hitting those like lightning fast headshots in the first half as well, so cooled off a little bit. Engagement with Electronic doesn't go his way, even though it seemed like he had the jump on the fight. And Navi looking to take all these weapons away. Pop flash over mid. Here comes Mir, only the one. Simple trades him off, and they know SDY was around. They know he's in tunnels. It's just an SMG, but it looks like Navi's thirsty for blood.
So Simple getting the kill on SDY at the end just to ensure that he goes down, but the MP9 gets a little bit more kill money for the CT side. Suddenly it's 15-7. Not going to get too carried away just yet because all Spirit needs is one single round and this is over, but a little bit of life late from Navi. Remember, Inferno is the next map if we need it. I think we will. I'm still going to sit on the side and say I think we will.
We need it. Team Spirit could probably just randomly win around blindfolded. They've got so many to play with. They've been at 15 for so long. So many chances.
Electronic with a good spray is, gonna get 2 down. Chopper's gone. Headshot straight up on the second one. Bit, meanwhile, sneaking up middle, needs to be aware. I thought of Mir. He does walk out now. I expected he was actually gonna do that a little bit sooner, but Boomich with another kill on the board. Simple collects the kill at mids, and some die late this round. Although still relatively early. There's still 1 minute and 15 seconds.
He hits this. Woo. That would have been good stuff. All right, 7 more chances for Team Spirit to close this one out.
Well, 7 is still a large number, Jason, so we'll absolutely expect that they will still, again, till they get sort of 11 rounds, I'm not going to get too excited. And even then, if it was 14, I'd say, whew, let's go, game on, Navi, but I mean, Spirit has to close it. They can't do what they did on Mirage, right? It can't be the same thing again. 14 rounds in a row, Navi, to try and win this back like they did then. Yeah. I mean, that would just be foolish. It wouldn't quite be 14 in a row this time because they won 2, and then obviously they went back and forth, but be a similar sort of situation for them. Simple's going to wait it out and cover off the players that are trying to cross over to the Xbox in middle as Bit checks it with the AK first. They haven't jumped up just yet, the trade catwalk. In fact, Bit looking more and more like he wants to walk through that mid position, but just checks the close angle instead.
5 rounds straight for Navi in this game so far. Molotov on catwalk to force back any defense there. Flashbang as well to take an op off the angle. It's a double up setup. Dexter has 1. That's over towards Goose. SDY with the other. That's at the B bomb set at the big box on platform. And Navi haven't committed yet, but they are moving on the map. They've established cat presence. They've established that they could have taken it, that they could be setting up and executing a set piece. They've even thrown a mid to B smoke, but it's back to the B bomb site.
SDY. Oh, flashed himself, but still turns around to get a kill somehow. But he's completely under pressure, does have a teammate in closet, and that's Mir. And Mirror put against the wall as Bit breaks him down, and Chopper has to come back around. 3-on-3 still. Bomb to be planted. Team Spirit want to close this game out now with guns, but at the same time, money's not great, so if they can't find a pick fast enough, they may concede. Chopper starts to spray in. Simple's got the shots on the AWP. What's the call? It's looking like they're going to back away and save again, so it's 15-9. Navi are starting to close up ever so slightly on this scoreline.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. So long ways away. I thought that defense was going to be good. The Molotov, the smoke in the B tunnels, and Navi just come right through it. I think SUI was caught a little bit off guard, which is why he looked flustered for the follow-up after the initial kill. They want to take the weapons away now as well, but Magix is there to put a stop to it. So that's a little bit of a bright spot at the end there, but this is, SCY didn't really know where to go. Position Molotov, they were coming through the smoke, flashbangs as well. He had no idea of where to move next after the first kill.
And can we get to double digits, or do we end now? Simple's gonna find out early as he heads to long. Oh my goodness, the anticipation, the pre-fire even, I think, came through that time. And it was indeed Deegster with the AWP that was the one that was there, so it would have been an op-to-op battle. Chopper, not going to play that drop at all. They've conceded long, so they need to take back Catwalk, and that's exactly what they'll try and do now with both Chopper and the AWP in that position is Simple. Already crossing over backside pit, will hold on top of platform. Hard scope, peek. Nervous, but goes for it. Self-smoke to contain the position on A as Magic lines that up. Waits as well for the call now from Cowboy because he's got his teammate in position. Slow to react. As Deeksher spotted two of them, he does go back for it, and there's why the self-smoke was in position. He wanted to elevate himself up at the boxes, but Electronic was too close, saw that coming the whole time. Didn't see a smoke get thrown, and suddenly it bloomed. It must have come somewhere within it, and they looked directly at it to get the kill.
Oh, that's an important nade. That makes this doable. Molotov is put out near at long, is going to have a huge job to do, but he's got a big challenge with Simple with that AWP, but he's blind. Good utility from SDY and Perfecto. They might be able to spot him on top of the box. He drops down. 1 versus 2 to keep the map alive for Na'Vi, and here comes Perfecto. Smoke clears, and he can't find either one. That's going to be it. Team Spirit, just too many rounds to play with, and admirable for Na'Vi to stick in it the way they did and claw back with, I think, 6 rounds in a row. But Team Spirit going to take map 2.
And they do exactly that. We look for Inferno next, which is exciting, I suppose, in some ways, because it's a great closer for the series. But Na'Vi missing a huge opportunity. Look at all the Na'Vi symbols in the stands this time. But yeah, absolutely. It's something we have to consider in the fact that this was an absolute brawl, and Spirit just took so many duels. Na'Vi showed a little bit of life late. But after Mirage, great turnaround. We said this was going to be a warm-up. It was going to be quick. Na'Vi were doing everything they could to play against a best of 5, although it's 4 maps maximum because there's a map in hand for Gambit. A little bit later on, and now they've got a slightly longer series and have to actually consider Inferno a lot more seriously than what they just played on Dust2.
Yeah, well, at least Dust2 and Mirage have both been quick. You know, it's been pretty fast opening maps, so
That's
yeah,
true.
hopefully we get a competitive one on Inferno. We haven't had one yet, but we've got the desk ready and waiting, so we'll give it back to you, James.